Hello everyone, welcome back to another online session of your English class, and today we are going to cover chapter number 7 from our first flight book, Glimpses of India. Glimpses, the word suggests brief look, partial look, or a quick look, right? So the title itself is suggesting that this chapter is going to give us a brief look of our country. We all are aware that India is the home of different cultures, different religions, different traditions. So in this chapter we are going to learn actually three different states or different places. We are going to learn very briefly about three particular places, very famous places, which are having their own unique features, right? And which actually add the beauty of this beautiful country, India. We all know that a part of British, Dutch, Portuguese, French also play an important role in the history of India. So in these chapters we will learn that what kind of impacts Portuguese or French or British, the culture, the tradition, the habits which has been brought by these people in India, how India adopted it and how they are still a part of our day-to-day life. So let's start reading the first part, that is a baker from Goa. This is a pen portrait. Portrait होता है picture. This is actually a written picture of the traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in the society. तो आज हम पढ़ने वाले हैं गोवा के बेकर्स के बारे में, जिनको बड़ी ही ब्यूटीफुली इन अ रिटन फॉर्म अ पिक्चर हैज़ बीन क्रिएटेड अबाउट दोज पीपल bakers, कि how these profession has been introduced in Goa, ठीक है, विद द अराइवल ऑफ पोर्टुगीज, और कैसे ये आज भी उस सोसाइटी का इम्पोर्टेंट प्लेस है बेकिंग प्रोफेशन जो है, एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ बेकर्स वर देयर एट द टाइम ऑफ पोर्टुगीज एंड व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चेंजेस has been introduced in their life with the time, and how this legacy is still continued by the next generation, that we are going to learn in this chapter. But before that, let us start learning something about the author of our first part, that is A Baker from Goa. It is written by Lucia Rodriguez. He was born in 1916 and he died in 1973. He was a great Konkani essayist. Konkani is a language. So he is a very famous great essayist of this language. He wrote several articles for various periodicals and magazines in both the languages, English as well as in Konkani. He served as a visiting professor of folklore at many universities and worked as a professor of English in Mumbai and Goa. His essays were posthumously published under the title of Soil and Soul. Posthumously means after his death, his essays were published under the title of Soil and Soul and Konkani Folktales. Subtle humor, very precise and delicate humor, and the narration, which he used to do in a very informal way, that are the essential features of the writing of this writer. So this was about a writer. Let's start reading the chapter. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of breads. So reminiscing nostalgically here means thinking very fondly of the past. So here the writer is telling that his elders, his grown-ups, his fathers, forefathers are often heard thinking about those old good, very good memories of those days when Portuguese were present in Goa, right? We all know Portuguese entered through the way of Goa and they settled there for many years. तो यहाँ वो उन पोर्टुगीज को और उनकी फेमस loaves of breads को, they were the bread eaters. Actually, bread has been introduced by Portuguese only in India, and then it became a part of our eating culture, right? So they used to think about those good days, about those Portuguese and their famous loaves of breads. उनकी जो famous breads के pieces थे उनको वो आज भी याद करते हैं. Those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. The writer is telling that those eaters of loaves, those Portuguese might have vanished, they might have disappeared, they might have died, but the makers, the bakers are still present in Goa, and the bread eating culture is still present. Nowadays it became an important part of eating culture of Goan people. We still have amongst us the mixture. हमारे पास आज भी मिक्सचर्स हैं. मिक्सचर मीन्स द पीपल हु आर इन्वॉल्विंग in the profession of kneading the flour for breads. Molders, वो लोग जो mold करते हैं, which gives the shape to these breads, different shapes, and those who bake the loaves, and still the bakers are also present to bake these, finally who bake these loaves, right? Those age-old time-tested furnaces still exist. The writer is telling the age-old टाइम टेस्टेड मीन्स विच हैज बीन यूज्ड फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम. वो जो फर्नेसेस हैं, द हर्थ, द जो भट्टियां हैं, वो आज भी एग्जिस्ट कर रही हैं. द फायर इन द फर्नेसेस हैज नॉट येट बीन एक्सटिंग्विश, इट इज अलाइव. ये अभी आग जो है एक्सटिंग्विश नहीं हुई. दे आर स्टिल बीइंग यूज्ड टू फॉर बेकिंग द ब्रेड्स. The thud and jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo heralding means announcing the arrival in the morning can still be heard in some places. The writer is telling कि वो जो traditional way था bakers का to bang that bamboo sticks and create the sounds like thud and jingle to announce their arrival in the morning, that can still be heard in some places of Goa. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. Maybe now the father, the original bakers are not alive, but this legacy of baking bread, this legacy of this profession has been carried out by their sons, and still bakery is an important part. These bakers are even today known as pedder in Goa. तो आज भी उनको गोवा में पेडर बुलाया जाता है. They are still existing. Bakery is still existing and it is actually very famous. अगर हम बेकरी की बात करते हैं, the famous place which is known for the bakery item, that is Goa in India, right? During our childhood in Goa, अब राइटर अपने चाइल्डहुड के दिनों को याद करता है. द बेकर यूज टू बी आवर फ्रेंड, कंपेनियन एंड गाइड. वो बताते हैं कि ये बेकर्स नहीं थे सिर्फ हमारे लिए. दे वर लाइक फ्रेंड्स, दे वर लाइक कंपेनियंस विद whom we can spend a lot of time, and they were also playing a role of guide in our life. He used to come at least twice a day. वो दिन में 2 बार आते थे. Once when he set out in the morning on his selling round, पहली बार वो हमारे स्ट्रीट से निकलते थे when they were moving, when with the full basket full of baking material, जब वो बेचने के लिए निकलते थे. एंड देन अगेन इन द इवनिंग व्हेन ही रिटर्न्ड आफ्टर एम्प्टिंग हिज ह्यूज बास्केट. और फिर वो रिटर्न जर्नी में भी दे यूज्ड टू क्रॉस फ्रॉम आवर स्ट्रीट व्हेन एक्चुअली देयर ह्यूज बास्केट्स गॉट एम्प्टीड. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet him. The jingling thud means the writer here is telling that they need not any alarm to get up. Actually, the sound of the bakers in the morning, the thud and jingling sound which announced their arrival, was enough to wake up, wake us up. We just ran to meet and greet them. Why was it so? क्यों था ऐसा? Was it for the love of the loaf? क्या हमें उन loaves से इतना प्यार था? That's why we used to run? Not at all. No, this was not the reason. The loaves were bought by some paskin or bastin, the maid servants of the house. Actually, the loaves were not received by us. They were received by paskin or bastins. The जो हमारे housekeeping servants थे, they used to receive those breads. Then why we as children used to run when we heard the, जब बेकर से रिसीव ही उन्होंने करने थे तो हम बच्चे क्यों भाग कर जाते थे. वट वी लॉन्ग फॉर वर दोज ब्रेड बैंगल्स विच वी चूज केयरफुली. हम इसलिए भाग कर जाते थे बिकॉज देयर वॉज समथिंग स्पेशल इन देयर बास्केट विच वॉज फॉर द चिल्ड्रन ओनली. बच्चों के लिए एक स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ ब्रेड्स वो लेकर आते थे, दैट इज नोन एज ब्रेड बैंगल्स, बिकॉज दे वर राउंड इन शेप, और जिसे हम बड़ी केयरफुली चूज करते थे. वी जस्ट वॉन्ट टू पिक the best one from those best bread bangles for ourselves. So that was the reason that we got excited in the morning, and as soon as we heard their arrival sound, the third and jingle of the bamboo, we just ran towards the gate to meet them. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special, और कभी कभी तो कुछ स्पेशल मेक की, कुछ स्पेशल ओकेजन्स पर कुछ स्पेशल जो स्वीट ब्रेड्स वो बनाते थे, even that we find in their baskets for ourselves. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with the zang zang sound of his specially made bamboo stuff. तो बेकर्स जो थे वो अपनी एंट्री को म्यूजिकली बना देते थे by creating that sound which they create by using the bamboo which they used to carry when they are going to sell the ब्रेड्स, राइट. तो उसमें से जब वो उसको बैंग करते थे तो जैंग जैंग साउंड जो है क्रिएट होती थी, एंड दैट साउंड क्रिएट musical atmosphere for the entry of those bakers in our street. One hand supported the basket on his head and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. एक हाथ में वो अपनी बास्केट को अपने सर पे उठाने के लिए सपोर्ट करते थे और दूसरे हाथ से वो आवाज करते रहते थे उस बैम्बू को हिट करके ग्राउंड पर. ही वुड ग्रीट द लेडी ऑफ द हाउस, और जैसे ही वो घर की औरतों को देखते थे, देन दे यूज टू विश देम गुड मॉर्निंग एंड देन प्लेस हिज बास्केट, और फिर वो अपनी बास्केट को उन वर्टिकल बैम्बूज को एडजस्ट करके bamboos को vertical shape में, then they used to keep their basket on that bamboo so that people can select the breads which they want to buy. We kids would be pushed aside, क्योंकि हम बच्चे we were not supposed to receive the breads, तो हमें एक तरफ हटा दिया जाता था. We were not allowed to be crowded around that basket with a mild rebuke. हमें एक बड़ी माइल्ड सी सॉफ्ट सी स्कोल्डिंग मिलती थी, और हमें जो है we used to get scolded and we used to be pushed aside. We were not allowed to be crowded around his basket, and the loaves would be delivered to the servants, और वो loaves जो है वो servants को deliver कर दिए जाते थे. But we would not give up. लेकिन हम बच्चे इतने एक्साइटेड होते थे उनकी बास्केट्स में देखने के लिए दैट हम भी गिव अप नहीं करते थे. वी विड क्लाइम अ बेंच, हम भी पास कोई बेंच होता था तो उस पर चढ़ जाते थे, और द पैरापेट और पीप इनटू द बास्केट, या कोई बाउंड्री थी, लो वॉल्स थी हमारे घरों के बाहर जो, उनके ऊपर से चढ़कर वी ऑल्सो ट्राई टू पीप इनटू देयर बास्केट समहाउ. किसी ना किसी तरह हम मैनेज कर लेते थे. आई कैन स्टिल रिकॉल द टिपिकल फ्रेग्रेंस ऑफ दोज लोव्स. द राइटर इज टेलिंग कि स्टिल I can recall, remember that beautiful fragrance, जो एक खुशबू थी उनकी, टिपिकल खुशबू जो उन लोव्स में से आती थी. I can still memorize that. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Loaves जो थे वो bread pieces जो थे, they were for the means for every age group there were different kind of baking items. बड़ों के लिए लोव्स थे वहाँ उसकी टोकरी में, और बच्चों के लिए राउंड शेप बैंगल्स टाइप जो है ब्रेड्स होती थी which were specially made for the children. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth, and when we heard their sound, when we came to know about their arrival, when that fragrance could be sensed by our nose, then we were not supposed to brush our teeth. हम least bother करते थे अपने दांतों को साफ करने के लिए, wash our mouths properly. Why should we? और मुझे लगता भी नहीं था कि there was need to brush our teeth. Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? Because at that time were not available. We were supposed to pluck a twig. Mango leaf की जो एक twig है उसको तोड़कर we used to clean our teeth. ठीक है, दातुन जैसे करते हैं, तो वो पेड़ की एक twig से वो जो है क्लीन करने थे. तो we least bother to take that trouble. And why was it necessary? और जरूरी भी नहीं है. The tiger never brushed his teeth. कि एनिमल्स कहाँ अपने टीथ उठकर ब्रश करते हैं. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. Or and we were supposed to take the hot tea in the morning. So we were in that notion, in that idea कि that hot tea will automatically clean our teeth, right? Now we are getting to know the importance of the bakery items in Goan culture right now in the present scenario. Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl. Bowl is a name which is used for a sweet bread in Goan language. ठीक है, तो यहाँ हमें बताया जा रहा है कि if bowl is not there in marriage gift, then all the marriage gifts are meaningless. Means it is such important item. Just as the party of feast loses its charms without bread. ऐसा ही पार्टी और दावतों के साथ है. दे ऑल्सो लूज देयर चार्म. ठीक है, इफ देयर इज no presence of bread. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. I think इतने से ही हमें समझ में आ रहा है कि किसी भी विलेज में बेकर्स की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है, उनकी प्रेजेंस की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है, कि इवन अ पार्टी फीस्ट will not have its charm if there will be no presence of bread. ठीक है, bread is an important part of any party or it is an important gift for a marriage purpose. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से हमें समझ में आ रही है बेकर्स की इम्पोर्टेंस. Even the lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. Or your daughter, if there is such important occasion like a daughter's engagement, then mother are supposed to prepare some special sandwiches for the occasion. So bread is something very important eating culture for all the important family occasions. Cakes, bolihans are a must for Christmas as well as other festival. Bolihans means coconut cookies, a kind of coconut cookies. तो यहाँ हमें बताया जा रहा है कि केक्स और बॉलीहंस जो हैं दे आर वेरी मस्ट, दे आर वेरी नेसेसरी आइटम्स फॉर क्रिसमस एंड फॉर अदर फेस्टिवल. तो यहाँ से हमें पता चल रहा है कि रिलीजियस फेस्टिवल्स, द family functions would not be completed if there would be no presence of these bakery items. They actually play an important role in all these events. Thus the presence of the bakers, for agar bakery important hai, then we can understand कि how important and how essential it is to be द प्रेजेंस ऑफ द बेकर्स फर्नेस इन एनी विलेज. तो किसी भी विलेज में उसकी फर्नेस, उसकी भट्टी की प्रेजेंस क्या वैल्यू रखती है, हम यहाँ से इमेजिन कर पा रहे हैं, यहाँ से रिकॉग्नाइज कर पा रहे हैं. The baker or bread sellers of those days had a peculiar dress. Now here we are getting to know that what kind of physical appearance या कैसा वो उनका पहनावा था. ठीक है, तो बेकर और ब्रेड सेलर्स जो हैं उन दिनों के, दे हैड अ पेक्यूलियर ड्रेस नोन एज कबाई. वो एक बड़ी स्ट्रेंज सी ड्रेस पहनते थे विच इज नोन एज कबाई. ठीक है, हेयर यू कैन सी इन द पिक्चर इट वाज अ सिंगल पीस लॉन्ग फ्रॉक रीचिंग डाउन टू द नीज. एक फ्रॉक काइंड ऑफ मटेरियल था जो नीज तक इसकी लेंथ थी. दे यूज टू वेयर इट इन आर चाइल्डहुड. फिर राइटर बता रहे हैं कि जब हम अपने बचपन के दिनों की याद करते हैं तो ग्रेजुअली ये ड्रेसिंग सेंस चेंज होती गई. वी सो बेकर्स वेयरिंग, और उस वक्त देवर वेयरिंग अ शर्ट एंड ट्राउजर्स. उन्होंने शर्ट ट्राउजर्स पहनना शुरू कर दिया. बट द ट्राउजर्स वर नॉट ऑफ रेगुलर लेंथ, दे वर शॉर्टर देन द फुल लेंथ वन. वो थोड़े शॉर्टर थे फुल लेंथ वन से, और हाफ पैंट से थोड़े लॉन्ग थे. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a pedder. तो आज भी कोई भी जिसे हम हाफ पैंट से थोड़ी लंबी जो ट्राउजर पहने, नीज की लेंथ से, नीज से जो थोड़े नीचे लेंथ के हाफ पैंट्स हैं, इफ एनीवन वुड वेयर इवन टुडे इन गोवा, तो ही इज एक्चुअली इनवाइटिंग द पीपल दैट दे वुड कंपेयर हिम विद अ pedder. ठीक है, they will ask him that he is dressing like a pedder, like a baker. The baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. Now we can see how it is a kind of essential amenities, right? जैसे newspaper, milk is something which we use on regular basis, right? तो bread भी ऐसा ही गोवन कल्चर का एक पार्ट है which is bought by the people on regular basis, which is eaten by the people on regular basis. तो जो चीज़ हम रेगुलरली यूज़ करते हैं, एज वी इन नॉर्थ इंडिया मिल्क का बिल जो है वो 1 मंथ के बाद कंप्लीट दिया जाता है. द सेम वे जो बेकर्स हैं दे आर ऑल्सो कलेक्टिंग देयर बिल्स बिकॉज इट इज़ समथिंग विच द पीपल आर गोइंग टू बाय ऑन रेगुलर बेसिस. तो वो मंथली अकाउंट्स मेंटेन करते हैं एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द month they just collect their bills. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil. और मंथली अकाउंट्स को रिकॉर्ड भी कहाँ किया जाता है, पेंसिल के साथ किसी दीवार पर लिख दिया जाता है. एंड दिस इज द वे दैट पीपल रिकॉर्ड दैट अकाउंट कि उन्होंने कितना ब्रेड्स एवरी डे लिया एंड थ्रू आउट द मंथ हाउ मच कंजम्पशन ऑफ ब्रेड्स वर देयर. बेकिंग वॉज इंडीड अ प्रॉफिटेबल प्रोफेशन इन द ओल्ड डेज. यहाँ राइटर बता रहे हैं कि ओल्डन डेज में डेफिनेटली ये एक बहुत प्रॉफिटेबल प्रोफेशन था. द बेकर, उसकी फैमिली नेवर स्टार्व्ड, नेवर have to face any financial crisis. He, his family, his servants always looked happy and prosperous. They always looked happy and prosperous because it was a profitable profession. They were having enough to earn. Their plump physiques was an open testimony to this. यहाँ पर हमें बताया plump means fat. उनकी जो फिजिकल अपेयरेंस है दे आर फैट, राइट. तो ये एक ओपन टेस्टिमनी है. दिस इज एन ओपन एविडेंस दैट दोज आर द प्रोस्पीरियस पीपल, right? Even today any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. आज की डेट में if a person is having a plump physique or he is a little fat, right? jackfruit जैसा appearance, गोल मटोल है कोई, तो he is easily compared to a baker, right? So this was our chapter. Hope you understand the first part. In our next video, we will continue with the second part. Bye everyone.